Hi everybody, this is a tutorial on how to use Edpuzzle. The first thing that you will have to do is, if you go to edpuzzle.com, is you will have to sign up. And I was going to include that in my video, but I had some issues with it. So by the time I got in here, I didn't think you wanted to watch my 10 minutes of running around. But I think I learned some lessons, so if you need help creating an account, I certainly will do that. It's pretty simple. You click sign up and follow the directions that you have. So what do you do once you are in? There's two different things, not to be confused. You're going to have content and you're going to have assignments. So the first thing you have to do is bring content in before you can assign it to somebody. So I'm going to go in here and add some content. And when you add stuff, you can either upload a video or you can create one. So you could go in here and do any of this with videos you create for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and upload one. And one of the things is when you come here, it looks like you have to already have it created. But if you go up to here in the search, you can actually enter YouTube addresses of videos that you want to look for. So this was the particular one I chose to pick, which is a Brewer video from a few years ago when they clinched their division. So okay, and you'll see that right now it has a 6-minute time frame. So I picked this one because it's going to allow me to show some of the features. There's a cut feature, a voiceover feature where you can talk over the video, and a questions feature. So I'm going to start with the cut feature. So this video right now is 6 minutes long. Okay, and it's a summary of the Brewers and how they clinched their way into the playoffs last season, actually. And I don't really want all of that. So what I'm going to do is play it.
Loaded in the first inning. That sets it up for Ryan Braun. And against the Reds, 27 home runs in Great American Ballpark, most by any visiting player. Franchise leading 7 grand slams, and he sends this one high and deep to right center, and it is way out of here. A grand slam for Ryan Braun, the 8th of his career, and the Brewers off with a bang tonight. Well, the guy still has it.
Okay, so I wanted to include that clip, but I'm going to get rid of everything from that big moment in the first inning until the 9th inning. So what you do is you go ahead and you add a cut point, and you'll see what it does is it creates these little white lines that divides the video into segments. So now I'm going to go ahead and move this pretty close to the end. We're going to cut out all of the middle stuff. Okay, so this is all the stuff that happened during the game. Now they're going to go into the 9th inning, so I'm going to go ahead and add another cut here. And you'll see how now my video has been divided into a beginning segment, a middle, and an end. So for me, I'm doing this for the purposes of length. I want to shorten this video. You could do this if there were only certain segments that you thought were interesting in a particular video. I was thinking back to some of my videos of ancient Greece, and occasionally some of the things that were shown or talked about in terms of the ancient Greeks and their behavior wasn't appropriate. I could cut those out of a video. So right now, how you end up getting rid of a segment is if I start at the beginning and I'm going to drag it all the way through to the end, you'll see a red trash can shows up, and when I let go, that's all gone now. Okay? So if I click finish at this point, one of the things that you could use, and you could stop right here if you wanted to just use it for trimming videos, is I've now made that 6-minute video into a 1.5 minutes. Okay? But I'm not done yet. There's things I want to do to it. So here it sits, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit it now again. And you'll see that right now I'm editing the 1.5 minutes that I have left. Now the next feature, the voiceover feature, allows you to talk over the audio that's already in the video. Now this, you'll notice when I click on it, it's going to say that when you bring in a YouTube video, you cannot put your voice over it. So this feature would be available with other content. So I'm not going to spend time on this at this point because I think that's not going to be the main feature. I think trimming videos is going to be big, and I want to get into the questions part. So when you get into the questions, now what can happen is as a video plays, you can have the video stop at some points and insert a multiple choice question, or insert an open-ended question, or insert a note. So this is a great way to check kids maybe for their understanding of content. If you had something you wanted to add to what was in the video, you could have it pop it as a note. So I'm going to do an example of each of those right now. So what happens is I go ahead and I'm going to play the video.
Council's Club can clinch a playoff berth with a win tonight. They win. It doesn't matter what anyone else does. If the Reds defeat the Brewers tonight, the Cubs and Mets both have to lose for them to clinch a playoff spot.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is they just went through what the Brewers have to do in this game in order to clinch a playoff spot. So I'm going to insert a note, and my note is going to be, this is from 2019 and would be the first time since 1982 that the Brewers went to consecutive playoffs. And I'm going to hit save. Okay. So now let's go ahead and we're going to play a little bit more of the video. And we already saw Ryan Braun's home run, so okay, so now I'm going to go in and add a multiple choice question. So the first one is going to be how many runs score on a grand slam. And then you can go in and of course the right answer is 4, but I'm also going to do a wrong answer of 3. I'm going to add another choice of 2, and I'm going to click save. Okay, now in that same spot, now it continues. So now to add consecutive questions into a clip is a little tricky, but I'm going to add another one here. So multiple choice, here's another one. We're going to say, who hit the grand slam? And again, now I could go through, and the right answer is Ryan Braun, Christian Yelich. Make some more choices. Of course, let's put in a nonsense one because, of course, we tend to do that sometimes. All right, we're going to hit save. Okay, so now we're going to let the video go a little longer here. The Brewers will punch a ticket to the postseason for the second consecutive year. For the first time in 37 years, the Brewers are going to the playoffs. Okay, and I'm going to add here, actually I'll let it go right to the end here. And at the end, I'm going to add an open-end question. So describe the Brewers' post-game celebration. And I'm going to hit save. Okay, and now I can go up here and I can click the word finish. And here is now my finished video. And if I watch it,
Council's Club can clinch a playoff berth with a win tonight. They win. It doesn't matter what anyone else does. If the Reds defeat the Brewers tonight, the Cubs and Mets both have to lose for them to clinch a playoff spot.
okay, so as the video playing, here you notice that it stopped. Here's the note that I have. After the student reads it, this is where you could put in something to clarify something for them. And okay, keep going. And I'm just going to move it ahead.
Edpuzzle has it. The Brewers are 3 outs.
Okay, and here comes my multiple choice question, so I can go ahead and answer it. Now, it will tell the student if they get it right or wrong. Okay. Now, there are a couple of things. As you create your video, you can make the settings such that people can't skip ahead. Like I just jumped ahead in the video. That's because it's my content, so I can do that. But you can set it so the kids have to watch it, so they can't forward through it. Okay. So we go ahead and hit continue. And then obviously here's, this is what happens now if you do a wrong answer. It's going to tell you what the right answer was. Okay, and you move on. Okay, now I'm actually going to back out of this for a second and go under my content. Oops. Okay, because I want to show you the other part here, which is what we're going to do is assign. So before I do that, I have to create a class. So this is going to be test class. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create that. And I'm going to invite a student. And what I'm going to do is copy a link and I'm going to send an email to my daughter here. So I'm actually in another window that you don't need to see because I'm just sending the email link to my daughter's email account. All right. Now I'm going to switch screens here. Here is my daughter's Mary's account. And you'll notice that here at 12:54 p.m., that's when I'm working on this, she got an email from me to join this class. So I'm going to click on this. And it's going to say, do you want to join this class? My daughter would say yes, and she's now in the class. Okay? All right. So you'll see right now she has no assignments because I haven't given her any yet. So I have to go back. So sorry, this is going back now to my view. This is the teacher one. So what I want to do is I have a class created. And what I want to do now is to add an assignment. Okay? So we're going to go to Content, My Content. I'm going to open this up here, and now I am going to assign it. So I'm going to assign it to my test class. And this is where you see I can prevent skipping and turn on CCs. Okay, I'm actually going to turn off the prevent skipping just so I can do it faster. Okay, when it's due, all that good stuff. I'm going to assign the... All right. And now, you'll notice if I jump back in as Mary, she now has the assignment to do, okay? And now when she goes in, here's her first thing, here's her second thing. We're going to have her get this one right.
From securing a postseason bid, Brewers had a postseason pledge in St. Louis.
And then we're going to type the word fun and hit submit. And I'm going kind of fast because I'm almost out of my 15 minutes here. So now let me jump back into the teacher view. And now I can see that Mary has watched it. Oops, I didn't turn it in. So sorry, got to go back. Continue. Oops. And oops, I missed a question.
So the Brewers have them loaded in the first.
Okay. And all right, I wasn't able to quite finish this up, but once she turns it in, I would be able to then see that she has done that by going back here. How much did she watch? And did she turn it in or not? And then I would be able to reset the progress or so on. So that is a very quick thing on how to use Edpuzzle. And again, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to let me know. I am here to help you. Okay. And now I've lost my ability to, there we go.